Hi guys, welcome to my channel Happy High Tarot. In today's pick a card reading, we will find out whether or not the person on your mind sees you as the one that got away. So for the first group, I have this purple stone over here. Then this brown stone for group 2. And this light pink stone for group 3. So feel free to pause the video over here, meditate on all your options, pick whichever one calls out to you the most. You'll find the timestamps in the comment section as well as in the description box below. So make your choice and let's get started. Hi group 1, so for those of you who chose the purple stone, let's find out whether or not the person on your mind sees you as the one that got away. Spirit is we have authority. This group one's person see them as the one that got away. Patience. This group one's person see them as the one that got away. And conflict and defeat. They definitely see you as the one that got away, and they are also acknowledging that the problem lies with them. I'm seeing that at the time when you guys were in communication or at the time when you guys were together, even if it was just a situationship, nothing was very formal or official, there could have been a lot of stubbornness and ego on your person's side. It's almost as if they did not want to bend no matter what, and it was always expected of you to make all the sacrifices, to make all the compromises, to adjust yourself according to their tastes and preferences, wherein they wouldn't do the same for you. They just wouldn't meet you halfway. In fact, after you guys first separated, for some time they did not think of you as the one that got away because they did not admit that you had actually gotten away. Patience over here tells me that somewhere, maybe it was their ego feeding all of this to them, but anyway, they thought that you would come back. If they would just sit still, not do anything about it, you would find your way back to them. And they thought that it was, you were probably hoping for this cat and mouse game that they were not ready to play. However, even after a considerable amount of time passed, you did not return to them, you did not chase after them, you did no such thing. That is when it suddenly hit upon them that shit, looks like this in fact is the one that has now gotten away. They felt very defeated by the whole thing. Their ego came crashing down. There was also this surge of sadness that they felt because it was almost as if the universe was dropping a lot of truth bombs simultaneously on them. And it was a sudden realization that whatever has happened, like this day has arrived after a series of stupid decisions that I had taken. Otherwise, the situation could have been totally different. In fact, if you see over here in conflict and defeat, just a second, I'm trying to focus. There are people moving upwards towards this light, whereas this man is just facing downwards and looking at the small candle. So they might have also noticed how you are leveling up in your life, how you are doing absolutely fine without them. You have amazing friends, a great family. Heck, you might have even moved on with someone. You know, and you might just be watching this reading out of curiosity to see if they have any regret or not. So they surely do. And the good thing over here is that this person with authority is taking accountability that A, you are the one that got away, and B, it is only because of the things that they did. Interesting. You or this person might be having Gemini, Libra, Aquarius or Aries in your chart. In fact, patience over here tells me there could have been instances where this person tried to poke you, where this person tried to get a reaction out of you. Now, this could have been in any manner, perhaps leaving missed calls or leaving messages and then deleting it, hoping that you would ask them, hey, what did you delete? You know, posting cryptic stories or purposely posting a lot with people to make you jealous, things like that. Because I am picking up over here that during this period when they were being patient to get a reaction out of you, they were simultaneously trying to get a reaction out of you through all of these stupid things that they were doing. But none of those plans worked. You did not come running back to them. And like I said, that is when the reality dawned upon them that it's beyond, you are beyond their reach now, and that this thing is beyond repair now, and there was only one person to blame for it, and it is them. Somewhere this escalation over here also tells me that when they saw you being happy around other people, with other people, they also realized that this could have been them with you, and that they totally butchered it. Okay, let's get some more messages. Although I am feeling over here with the Emperor being your first card, that even though they feel this way, I'm not too certain whether this shows up in their actions towards you or not. In fact, I don't think it does. It's also quite possible that you might have set up very firm boundaries now. You might have blocked this person now. Maybe you do not talk to them at all. So they have no chance to show you any remorse also. Spirit, does group one's person see them as the one that got away? Does group one's person see them as the one that got away? Does group one's person see them as the one that got away? Never ending story. Does group one's person see them as the one that got away? Message in a bottle. Does group one's person see them as the one that got away? Spirit. And blessed. Yeah, never ending story tells me that this person actually thinks about you being the one that got away a lot, in kind of like an obsessive manner. Sometimes, and I'm being very honest, it is all that they can think about. And you can see over here, like this woman that she's sitting, this fairy or whatever, with her head in her hands. To me, it speaks of guilt. To me, it speaks of remorse. And message in a bottle clearly conveys that this person now wishes, very expectantly in fact, that they can get a chance to make things right with you, which further strengthens my belief that perhaps a lot of you have blocked this person, cut off all ties with them, so they legit have no way to reach out to you. Even if they did, they're not too certain about how you would react. Message in a bottle confirms that there's a lot that they have to say to you, and it is along the lines of an apology, definitely. With blessed over here being right underneath conflict and defeat, it looks definitely like a late realization of what they had and ultimately missed out on. You know, you don't realize the value of what you have until you miss out on it. And there's this very beautiful quote that I had first heard Andy Bernard say on The Office. I wish there was a way to know that you're in the good old days before you've actually left them. And I think that is pretty much this person's state of mind, that it is now that they are counting their blessings sort of in retrospect, sort of in a past tense, that shit, I was so lucky I had someone as amazing as Group 1 and I just ruined it. I totally ruined it. And with this sand clock or whatever this thing is called over here and this fairy sitting on top of it, so definitely it relates with patience too. Somewhere they still have that glimmer of hope that perhaps communication can be reestablished with you so that they can get a chance to show you how sorry they feel about how things ended between you guys. There definitely are a lot of emotions that they are keeping bottled up, and I think this just confirms that although on the exterior they might feel like they are totally unbothered, totally unaffected, but if you dive deeper into their emotional state, they really aren't okay. And they obsessively think about what they did to you and how they ruined this connection and how they had been granted this lovely gift by the universe and they just let it all slip away. This person might have also had a lot of vulnerability issues that could have also caused some problems between you guys. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards now. Spirit, does this person see them as the one that got away? Knight of Swords. Does group one's person see them as the one that got away? Six of Swords. Does group one's person see them as the one that got away? Queen of Swords. Does group one's person see them as the one that got away? And Queen of Pentacles. Now this person with Six of Swords, of course, not only do they see you as the one that got away, that much we've already established earlier, they somewhere also feel like although they go around pretending to be this emperor, in reality they're just a mere knight compared to you. So like I said, the universe has been dropping a lot of truth bombs, a lot of realizations are dawning upon them, and one of those realizations is that they were never a right fit for you and that you were always better than them. It's just that their ego or their superiority complex or their narcissism or whatever it was could have masked this truth in front of their eyes, which is why at the time they might have felt that they are in fact the ones that are better than you. In fact, they are the ones who are doing a favor to you by even talking to you, which is why they were expecting all of the compromises and all of the adjustments from your side. And now it looks like with Knight of Swords being underneath Never-Ending Story, they are very, very desperate to get a chance to talk to you, very desperate to make things right with you, very desperate to actually give you the kind of treatment that they know now that you deserve, and to sort of get this connection out of the funk which it currently is in. But the thing is, with Queen of Swords over here being right next to the Six of Swords, they also know in their heart of hearts that you are not going to entertain them anymore. Some of you might at least hear them out, but maximum number of you, and they can energetically pick this vibe from you, that you are no longer interested in them and that you have happily moved on from them. And seeing you happily moved on from them and being with someone else, or even if you are single, just the fact that you are living your life to the fullest and having fun and spending time with quality people around you, it just makes them feel like they either made a lot of hasty decisions in this connection, which led to the downfall of this connection, and definitely there is regret over here as well. In fact, the parallel between swords and coins also tells me that now that they have realized that you're the one that got away, they're also doing a lot of self-reflection and understanding that the manner in which you are behaving with them now, putting up a cold front and all of that, you weren't always like this with them. There was a time when you were very giving, you were very nurturing, you were very supportive, you stood by them like a rock for all of their troubles and everything. And now, because of their actions, because of how they behaved with you, they have caused such a massive shift in your behavior towards them. So there's definitely tons of guilt over here. Okay, to close your reading, now let's take a look at this person's current feelings towards you. How is this person currently feeling towards you? They're very confused about what should they be doing, and definitely there has been some sort of internal tower moment that they've witnessed. It could have been seeing you with someone else and things like that. They know that they did not do right by you, that they did not do justice to you or to this connection at all. Somewhere I do feel like they're still waiting for things to improve in this connection. They're hoping that you can give them a second chance to rebuild this connection with you, even if it is just as friends, although they do have love for you. Either they have love for you now, like it could have been one of those cases where you don't realize you're in love with someone unless and until they're gone. So it could have been one such situation. Every move that they will be making towards you in the future, if you allow them to, will be very, very calculated. If you guys are still connected on socials, I also feel like they are stalking you a little bit. Seeing you happy with someone else, again, like I said, not necessarily a partner, even if it is just your friends and family, really pains them, and not in a sense that they don't want to see you happy, in a sense that they're not a part of that happiness of yours. And they can see definitely with this fish sort of being in reverse, that you have flown away from them and you are just going on and on and on, and that you've never looked back once, and that you're doing pretty happy, pretty fine with this rainbow being in reverse as well. And it just crushes them, I can tell you that. Social media in any case 9 out of 10 times is just lies, we all know that. But in your person's case, definitely, because no matter what they put up on their socials, no matter how expressionless they might be in front of you, in reality this individual is hurting like hell over you. Okay, group 1. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. While subscribing to my channel, don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get notified of new uploads. You can also follow me on Instagram for more tarot readings and message me there or on my email ID to book a personal reading with me. You'll find all those details in the pinned comment and description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hi group 2, so for those of you who chose this little brown stone, let's find out whether or not the person on your mind sees you as the one that got away. Spirit is good to see the one that got away. We have new beginnings. Descriptive person see them as the one that got away. Discontent and boredom. Descriptive person see them as the one that got away. Material harvest. Okay, so it looks like your person is deliberately trying to avoid connecting to this side of their emotions. Now, material harvest over here tells me that for a lot of you, this individual isn't dating anyone seriously at the moment. This is a general reading, so if you know otherwise, then those are your facts. But for those of you who did not know about this person's relationship status, I can see over here that they are single because they're heavily focused on their career and finances at the moment. New beginnings over here, right next to discontent and boredom, tells me, like I said, this is someone who's very avoidant of their own feelings. This can be an escapist that you're dealing with. Now, this person does know for a fact that you aren't as actively focused on them as you used to be once upon a time. If you guys are connected on socials, they can see that there have been a lot of changes in your life. Perhaps your lifestyle has leveled up. You might have experimented with your looks. They might notice that you're hanging out with new people, going to new places, and just in general having fun, living your life to the fullest. Although they're very happy in the money department, as I can see, their social life, relationships, friendships, family life and everything, that isn't going too great. And the fact that they are feeling rejected by you, because like I said, the kind of focus that you used to have on them, you don't anymore, is also something that is upsetting them. I just heard that they don't want to admit that you're the one that got away. Okay? And that in itself should tell us a lot. The first thing, and I heard this statement that they don't want to admit that you have moved on from them, that you have finally freed yourself from them or gotten away from them. I am seeing over here that this person is either a workaholic or has an unhealthy obsession with all things material, be it money, be it luxurious items, that kind of lifestyle, living in the fast lane and things like that. And somewhere the energy of Four of Cups also tells me that being hyper focused on money and finances or career or studies or whatever it is has always been this person's sort of escape room, you can say, kind of like their sanctuary. When things in their personal life start looking difficult, when things in their personal life get tough, when the emotions start getting very heavy, they totally dissociate themselves from it. They do not like to sit and feel those emotions. They do not like to sit and wallow in those emotions. They do not even like to address those feelings. They just totally cut off from that emotional aspect and completely it's kind of like turning off their heart and switching on their brain to full power. So that is what I see happening over here. So although your person somewhere in their heart of hearts has registered the fact that, you're not paying any attention to them anymore, you're living your life happily, you have most probably moved on from them, they will not be answering the bigger question, which is group 2 the one that has gotten away from me? Why? Because it is painful. And your person does not like to experience heavy, difficult, painful emotions. And it's not just me. If their mom or their sister or their best friend or any psychic that they go to, if at all they go to, if any one of these people were to ask them the same question that, hey, do you think group 2 is the one that got away from you? They would either dodge that question or answer it in riddles. You or this person might be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, let's see what else. Spirit, describe this person, see them as the one that got away. Describe this person, see them as the one that got away. Describe this person, see them as the one that got away. Spirit. Time to go. Describe this person, see them as the one that got away. New life. Describe this person, see them as the one that got away. And why? Yeah, so this is all in perfect alignment with what we'd received earlier. Like I said, with new beginnings, somewhere there is that registration in your person's mind that you have, left, you've turned your back towards them, and you just seem to be going on and on and on, up and ahead in your life. You're not really looking back. Why over here tells me that this wasn't always the case. And what I mean by that, group 2, is that there could have been some points in this connection wherein, despite the separation, you might have tried a lot to reach out, you might have tried a lot to break the ice, you might have tried a lot to bring the connection back to its former glory. But then perhaps when you kept on facing multiple rejections from their end, when you realized that, I'm just banging my head against a wall, you sort of gave up. And you decided once and for all that, hey, you know what, I've had enough. It's time for me to go now. I'm not going to look back no matter what. So that is what you're doing. You are going on and on and on and on and focusing on this new version of you, this new life that you've created. Doesn't necessarily have to be with new people. It's just that you are now living a life of which this individual is not an active part. That is something that they're aware of. But why over here tells me, and you see this book is open, but it's not really facing her. So there are heavy questions to be answered, but they won't. They won't even look in the direction of those questions. They'll try to avoid the questions. If ever you were to ask them questions, and heck, you might have asked them questions, a lot of you group 2, you might have tried to seek closure from them. A lot of you might have tried to question them. Why did you do this? Why did you do that? Did you really mean this? Did you really mean that? And like I said, they either dodged your questions or always answered in riddles. So they left you puzzled, and the reason why they left you puzzled is because they're too chicken to answer those questions or even face the reality of what is happening, which brings me back to my OG description of your person, that they are an escapist. When things get heavy, when things get difficult, they do not like to sit and marinate in those emotions. They flee by distracting themselves, by drowning themselves in work and other such stuff. They are seeing that you are happy. They are seeing that you're having fun. Your life without them seems more vibrant than what your life used to be with them. I just heard that. So that is another very interesting observation that your person has made. Somewhere with why, I also feel like seeing you this happy, this lively, this chirpy is leaving your person a little bit confused about were they so bad, or did it really suck that much to be with them that you seem to be so happy now that they're not a part of your life? They are asking the wrong questions, basically. Instead of being so hyper-focused on what's going on in your life, they should instead be doing some introspection, which they won't because they're avoidant like that. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards now. By the way, time to go over here. Again, it is a confirmation that somewhere on some level, they know that you have gotten away from them, but they wouldn't admit it. They won't admit it to us. They won't admit it to themselves. They won't admit it to you. So where does group 2's person see them as the one that got away? The Wheel of Fortune. Page of Cups. Does group 2's person see them as the one that got away? Ace of Pentacles. Does group 2's person see them as the one that got away? And the Hanged Man. This is interesting. So firstly, the web over here in Wheel of Fortune tells me that each time you've tried to ask this person questions, you've only ended up being more confused. You know, their answers were more confusing than your questions. You know what I'm trying to say. They've only sort of tried to trap you in vague answers or like vague cross questions. I'm also hearing gaslighting, so some of them might have also gaslighted you, which is basically it's like when they make you feel bad even though they're the one who has wronged you, so, sort of like that. Now the interesting thing over here with Page of Cups and Ace of Pentacles is that they were very hopeful that this situation between you guys will get fixed. Why? Because as you can see, there is this rabbit over here chasing this guy, right? They liked being chased by you. They got a lot of thrill from it. And today, the energy that I'm picking up from this card is almost cocky. So when you used to chase after them, when you used to come up with stupid reasons to talk to them and everything, they knew what your intentions were. They enjoyed it. Like I said, they liked the thrill of the chase, and they were very sure that, you know, okay, fine, you know, let group 2 keep on chasing me, let group 2 keep on trying. Ultimately, when I feel like it, I will budge and I will give this connection a second chance. But then what happened? All of a sudden, you withdrew yourself from the equation. You subtracted yourself from the equation. You completely stopped taking action towards them. And the Hanged Man coming right after Ace of Pentacles tells me that this could have been a very sudden decision from your end. So it's almost as if you guys were talking, and then one fine day you were like, you know what, don't message me anymore unless and until you're the one who initiates. I'm not going to talk to you now. So it was very sudden. It was kind of like a bumpy ride, yes, but then suddenly someone pulled the brakes, and that was you. And they were not expecting it, because this is your energy. Now, if I close that for a second, look at how conveniently they were enjoying whatever was going on. Your attempts at trying to win them over, your attempts at chasing them, and them going on confusing you with their answers. They liked every bit of whatever was going on. What they don't like, which has left them confused, is the kind of no activity that's now going on from your end. They don't like that. The connection is suspended because the only person that was making an actual effort, which was you, has realized that it's not probably worth it. So you have withdrawn all of that energy, which you are now investing in this beautiful new version of you that you are creating. And they can see that. But they're too, like I said, chicken would be the right word. They're too chicken to accept it. This is the kind of person who does not accept defeat. Oh, interesting. Maybe that is why each time you would ask them questions which were targeting them, they wouldn't answer to your questions. Because if they answered your questions, it would have basically been equal to them accepting defeat, which they don't like to do. Okay, now to close your reading, let's take a look at this person's current feelings towards you. Yeah, okay. Spirit, how is this person currently feeling towards them? They're feeling sad without you. This is a sad person in itself. They are hoping for communication from you, but not making any plans to communicate to you. This really bothers me about your person. You know, how can you expect just one person to do the whole thing and then also expect the situation to somehow magically improve? And heck, I said it, and I just saw these dice now. See, they know that you're not taking any action towards them. They know that you're sleeping, you're in the hangman's mode. They're not planning on taking any action either, and yet somehow magically they are hoping for things to improve in this connection. Someone needs to slap this person and wake them up from their slumber and, I don't know, bring them back to real life and tell them that this is not how things work. It seems like for the moment, this individual has left everything up on destiny. You know, like if it has to happen, it'll happen. If it doesn't have to happen, it won't. They do desperately await a change in this connection though. They do have feelings for you. They do have a very, very deep affection for you. And I think the reason why they think that there is still a scope for things to change in this connection perhaps is because you guys go way back and there might be a lot of history between you guys. So they strongly believe that this connection isn't over just yet. You know, it's not like this, it's not like this, it's like this. I don't think that they are fully convinced that this connection is over, but what upsets me is that they are just hoping, dreaming, not really doing anything. Classic escapist this individual is. They're happy, but they won't do, they're not happy, but then they're also not ready to do anything to improve their own mood. Okay, so these are all the messages that I have for you right now, group 2. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. While subscribing to my channel, don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get notified of new uploads. You can also follow me on Instagram for more tarot readings and message me there or on my email ID to book a personal reading with me. You'll find all those details in the pinned comment and description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hi group 3, so for those of you who chose the pink stone, let's find out whether or not the person on your mind thinks of you as the one that got away. Victory and success. Does group 3's person see them as the one that got away? Firm foundation. Does group 3's person see them as the one that got away? And recognition and reward. Listen, I don't know if this individual has been living in denial or what, but it definitely does not look like they think of you as the one that got away. In fact, even if you guys haven't spoken to each other in ages and the separation is now somewhat, you know, quite prolonged or whatever, they still feel like you both will come back together. They're very sure of the history between you guys. They're very sure about the foundation of this connection, and somewhere with recognition and reward and the fact that they have sort of placed themselves on a pedestal, they really feel like you're going to come back to them. So no, they don't think of you as the one that got away because they don't think that you have gotten away just yet. Anything but. They think that you both are going to come back to each other and you both will be victorious in this connection. My only question to our friend over here is how the fuck do they expect that to happen when I can clearly see them in the energy of doing nothing, absolutely nothing in this connection? Do they magically expect things to get sorted out? Do they expect you to come running back to them? Do they think that one fine day you're going to wake up and realize that you cannot do better than them? I have no idea. But from what I can see over here, this person seems to be 100% confident that this isn't over and that you will be coming back to them, which is why, no, you haven't gotten away from them. They surely think very highly of themselves over here, as I can see with recognition and reward. In fact, if ever you were to ask them about the mistakes that they made in this connection, they will probably say, I didn't make any. I did not make any mistakes in this connection, so what do I have to apologize for? And this person is hella cocky too, because as you can see in firm foundation over here, this individual has turned their back towards you, but then the head is slightly tilted so as to get a sense of who's coming from behind. They are waiting on communication from you. They're hoping for some sort of action from you. And I can really sense this excitement in their energy, which is kind of like any minute now, any minute now. So I don't know what has happened. Maybe there legit has been some shift in this connection. Maybe in the recent past, let's say, the past 3 to 4 months, there has been some sort of communication between you guys. Maybe you've actually met up also after a very long time. So maybe something has happened in the last 3 to 4 months that has given them this hope that this connection isn't over just yet. Doesn't have to be true for all of you, but the main thing over here is that they don't see you as the one that's gotten away. In fact, they think that this connection is rock solid, the foundation is rock solid, so neither are they going anywhere, nor are you going anywhere. I see that maybe recently you have achieved a lot of success. You have achieved a lot of success in your career, or maybe your popularity among your peers has just increased. They have seen the number of your followers or subscribers or whatever go up. There's something that has happened in your life and they're very happy for you, but they haven't congratulated you for that in person. This is a very specific message, but I'm picking that up. So if you think that they didn't notice your achievement, they definitely did. And they are very happy for you. It's just that they did not congratulate you. Which brings me back to my first question to this person. Then if they don't do anything, how do they expect the situation to change? Anyway, they seem to have a lot of faith in this whole thing. Okay. Oh, I just saw 444. Okay. Let's take some more messages. Spirit, does group 3's person see them as the one that got away? Does group 3's person see them as the one that got away? Thinker, does group 3's person see them as the one that got away? I saw 444 and now we are 444 over here. Does group 3's person see them as the one that got away? Clean it up. Does group 3's person see them as the one that got away? Does group 3's person see them as the one that got away? Spirit. Does group 3's person see them as the one that got away? And truth be told. Okay. So with thinker and clean it up over here. Oh, okay. So that cockiness that I was picking up on your person has come out again over here with truth be told. They feel as if this connection can go back to normal today, but it isn't, because you are overthinking something that they might have said or that they might have done, when actually you should just sweep it all under the rug. And you should go to them and tell them that you still have feelings for them and that you're open to give this connection a second chance. In fact, that energy of expectancy that I was picking up on in the earlier spread, I can pick up the same energy from this owl's eyes also. It's like they're waiting. They're waiting for you to return to them any minute and say, you know what, let's just give this thing a second chance. I'm ready. But right now, they are seeing you in this energy of, in their words, overthinking. Clean it up does tell me that there is an elephant in the room that needs to be addressed. And perhaps if you really are in the state of thinking, it's because you don't want to act like nothing has happened. Whereas this person, it's like they're living in their own fantasy, if I'm being honest, group 3. It's almost as if they don't want to accept. This is interesting. So there is a mask over here and then there is truth be told. So it's almost as if there are two versions of what happened. One version is yours and you were probably at the receiving end of whatever happened, and your version is probably the one that's correct. And then there is a second version of the events that happened, which is the lies that they have been feeding themselves, that, oh, nothing that bad happened, nothing that can't be fixed, nothing that can't be forgotten, nothing that can't be, like I said, swept under the rug. And the connection still pretty much exists. So while on the one hand, you want them to make up for the wrongs that they did, and you might be wanting a new beginning with them. I'm not going to rule out that possibility, but I think you want to start on a clean slate. You want all of the misunderstandings or whatever it was to first get clear, but that is something that they are not ready for. They just want you to, So with truth be told, it seems like this person just wants you to believe whatever it is that they are telling you. They do not really want you to cross-question them. They do not want you to interrogate them. They don't want you to ask them too many questions. It's like, I tell you something, you believe it, and come, let's start afresh. That is where they're at. That is where they're operating from. Your energy, on the other hand, is totally different. You're like, I am not going to listen to whatever you tell me. You have to answer my questions too. And that is the only way that I can agree to even think about getting back together with you. And that is problematic. Perhaps that is why this person is living in a fantasy land, behaving like nothing wrong happened. They're not really taking any action. Like I said, they are in this energy of, not moving, not doing anything at all. And okay, so I just heard declaration. They might have declared something to you. They might have declared their side of the story or their version of the events to you. And now they're like, I've done what I had to. I've told them what happened. Now it is on them whether they want to accept it or not. Although I'm pretty certain that they will. And in no time, they're going to come back to me. So, yeah, they don't think that you've gotten away from them just yet. And they are trying to be very innocent, but I don't think they are as innocent as they're trying. It can just be something that they're trying to pull off. I won't say, it's too soon for me to say whether they genuinely have feelings for you or not, but this behavior definitely isn't healthy, wherein you don't want to address what has happened and you just want to keep going as if nothing happened. That definitely isn't right. And this rocky foundation that they're so proud of in this connection can legit be hit by an earthquake if they don't, change their perception about this whole thing. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards now. Spirit is good, please person see them as the one that got away. Ace of Wands. This group 3's person see them as the one that got away. Justice. This group 3's person see them as the one that got away. Knight of Cups and King of Wands. So yeah, definitely this person thinks very highly of themselves and they think that they have done enough. They've done whatever they had to. They don't think that they've done anything wrong, and like I said, they have just presented their version of the story to you, and now they want you to come back to them with this Knight of Cups over here. They're like, I'm just gonna sit still, look pretty, I'm just gonna wait. With Ace of Wands, definitely your person still believes that there is a lot of potential in this connection. They feel like you still, burn with passion for them, and they do for you. So that attraction is still there, and that attraction might be present over on your end too. The interesting thing though over here is that this Knight isn't really moving either. So although they hope and they think that they've done enough and that now the ball is in your court and pretty soon you will be coming towards them, I don't think you will. Because they think that they have done the right thing by just stating facts to you. But in reality, the right thing would have been to not just say something and then walk away like a coward, but actually stay there and listen to your response also, which they didn't do. So they think that they've done right by you, but they haven't. This person, like I said, they live in a bubble. They live in this huge misconception that they're never wrong. You or them might be a Libra, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. There might be some age difference between you guys as well. In their eyes, they have a lot of integrity. In their eyes, they're never wrong. In fact, with the Knight of Cups over here, they feel like you probably are the one who should, make some sort of romantic move or something towards them. Because in their eyes, like I said, since they feel like they have done one thing, presented their facts to you, so now they feel like for the scales to be balanced or for equality to be restored in this connection, now the next action should come from your side because they've already taken action. But what they're failing to understand is that the action that they took was bullshit. It does not amount to anything because it was rubbish, honestly. If there are two people involved And if you really want to revive this connection, which they legit want to, you can't act like you're omnipresent in the connection, like there's nobody else but you. This person might also be having a flair for the dramatic, is one more thing that I just heard. You know, when they might have narrated their side of the story to you, they might have done it in a very dramatic way, or they might have like tried to be very they might have tried to play the victim, basically used a lot of hand movements or whatever, used a lot of caps and emojis or whatever, and they thought that it would have done the trick. They thought that it would have convinced you, but I don't think you're convinced. Okay, let's close the reading by taking a look at their current feelings for you, group 3. So how is group 3's person current feelings for them? Okay, they do have feelings for you, but they are expecting communication from you. They want inward communication. They want you to reach out to them because they feel like they've already made their move. They've already communicated to you. In their mind, they don't think that they've done anything wrong. On the contrary, they feel like they've done everything that they could have to set the record straight. And now it's just a matter of whether you believe in them and their love for you or not. They surely are hoping for a change of things in this connection. They hope that you guys can make it work. Somewhere I am sensing that there is a latent fear that things might not work out, but that excitement, that expectancy, and this hope that you will reach out to them to make things right, that overpowers this fear, but it definitely is present over there. But broadly speaking, they do not think that you've gotten away from them, and they're hoping for you to reach out to them now because they feel like they've already done enough. Okay, so these are all the messages that I have for you right now, group 3. If you liked this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know it in the comment section below. While subscribing to my channel, don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get notified of new uploads. You can also follow me on Instagram for more tarot readings and message me there, or on my email ID to book a personal reading with me. You'll find all those details in the pinned comment and description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.